Oh, hello there. It's 3:05 here in Miami, so just finishing up my cafecito. In this video today, we're gonna talk about the top suburbs to live if you're a family here in Miami, Florida. So if you already decided or you're thinking about moving to Miami, I'm sure you're wondering what neighborhood you should move into. Miami's a very large city, and the last thing you wanna do is move into the wrong neighborhood because you'll be miserable down here and you'll definitely move out as soon as you can. So make sure to stay tuned and watch this video, because we're going to discuss the ins and outs of all the neighborhoods, where's the location, how's the housing, are there any good schools, all that and much more. So if you want to learn all about it, stay tuned because we're jumping into it right now. Welcome back, and if this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living, eating, working, sleeping, and playing in Miami and the surrounding areas, then tap that subscribe button and hit that little bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. My name is Raymond Goyri-Gosari, and I'm a full-time Florida realtor in the Miami area with your Living in Miami, Florida team. And we get calls, texts, and emails every day from people just like you looking to make that move to Miami, Florida. And we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving soon, 90 days from now, a year from now, make sure to reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, DM us on social media, however you want to get a hold of us. Days, nights, and weekends, we got your back when making that smooth move to Miami, Florida. All right, so let's talk about all these suburbs that are fantastic areas to raise a family. So depending on your lifestyle, whether you're more active, want to be by the beach, or you like really more suburb and don't care about going out a lot, so you just want a safe neighborhood, we're going to discuss all the ins and outs of the neighborhood, where it's located, how easy access to everything, where are the parks, are there any great schools, all that sort of thing. So let's start off with suburb number 7, which is Miami Shores. Miami Shores is a fantastic neighborhood if you want to raise children and you want to be on the north side, closer to the city of Miami, close to the water. It's a beautiful, charming neighborhood, and it has a golf country club. There's tennis courts, has a little downtown area on 2nd Avenue, close to Miami Avenue. You're gonna find all these little boutique shops, restaurants, independent restaurants, shops, cafes. There's one called Tinta y Café. They have one in Gables as well, and it's small little cafe that has amazing sandwiches, and not only Cuban sandwiches, but it has a little Cuban Latin flair to it on baguettes, and the best cafe con leche is there. So it's a little like a boutique cafe, high-end quality at a good price right there in Miami Shores. Great single family homes, and they're all very charming if you like living amongst huge mature trees like the old part of Miami. Fantastic schools in this location. So it has that suburb feel, but you're close to all these urban areas. You're not far from Miami Beach, Surfside. On the north side, you're close to downtown. Just take US 1, which turns to Biscayne Boulevard. So the location is great. There's a lot of parks and great for schools. So this is a great option if you're living, let's say, out west, or you're gonna drive a lot. Maybe not, because you'll get a lot of traffic just getting out of here. But the people who live in this area make their life on the northeast part of Miami. So it all depends where you're gonna work, what type of lifestyle you have. But this is a fantastic neighborhood to raise a family. Okay, we're on Google Maps, right here I highlighted Miami Shores. You see it all highlighted in light shaded. So let's go ahead and check it out. This is US 1 Biscayne Boulevard. So it's literally, it goes all the way to the water. So Miami Shores has the west side, north, where Barry University is. All these are single family homes, and the homes here are very charming. They're not cookie cutter. The architecture is beautiful, and nestled within all these big trees. You have a golf course located right here, Miami Shores Golf Course. Great golf course, been around forever. They also have a tennis recreation area. So the downtown is gonna be, Miami Shores is gonna be right here on Northeast 2nd Ave. Miami Ave is a main avenue that goes all the way to downtown, but the downtown will be more on the 2nd Ave, and there's tons of cool little independent restaurants, shops, bars all over this area. There's a really cool little cafe in the downtown area on 2nd Ave called Tinta y Café, Miami Shores. There's also another one in Coral Gables. Really cool, small little cafe shop. This is the type of downtown area you'll find in Miami Shores. A very small, old school downtown, like a main street. That's the heart of Miami Shores. Now all around here, you'll find single family homes all over Miami Shores. If you want to live on the water and you want to live in Miami Shores, it has all of these that are waterfront properties. It has a Bayshore Park right here. People go walk around. But let's see if we can zoom in so we can see some of the houses here in Miami Shores. Okay, this is the east side of Miami Shores on Bayshore Drive. It's a raw residential neighborhood. As you can see, beautiful homes here, right on the water. There's no beach or anything, but there's a walkway, like a walking park overlooking Miami Beach. So straight out is Miami Beach. All those building these high-rise condos. You get that small town living here in Miami Shores, but not that far out west, so you're still close to all the urban areas in the city of Miami. Just want to show you a little bit of the houses here. See, they're all different. None of the houses here are cookie cutter. As we go down the streets, this is going to be your east side of Miami Springs. So let's go ahead and zoom out. Okay, and then if you want to live like right smack in the middle, in the middle of Miami Shores, the homes there are beautiful in here. Let's see if we can zoom in and get a street view so you can get an idea of the neighborhoods. Okay, this is a street view of Miami Shores. You can get an idea of the type of houses and the neighborhoods here in Miami Shores. They're beautiful homes here, very charming. Look at that house, very nice landscapes, mature trees all around it. Very safe neighborhoods with sidewalks all over. Look at that, the corner, nice little corner house. So as you can see, they're all pretty much different homes, but very well maintained. Spanish style architecture, you got Florida homes. So a little bit of everything here in Miami Shores. All over Miami Shores, you see these trees with these things hanging down. I don't know what it's called, but very mature old trees all over Miami Shores. You have easy access to Bay Harbor Island, going right into the north side of the Miami Beach, North Miami Beach. You can go down here and go right to the middle of Miami Beach, the mid beach, through North Bay Village. So you have two access points, two bridges that go into Miami Beach, depending on what part of Miami Beach you want to go to. But Miami Shores is one of the best neighborhoods for families if you like to live in the northeast part of Miami. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to comment below and leave us any questions or any suggestions on what you want to see on future videos. This helps us to better understand what you guys want to know about, so we can provide the best content possible for you in the future. And also remember to smash that like button. Go ahead, waiting. There you go. Number 6 is Bay Harbor Island. Very close to Miami Shores, just taking the causeway right into Bay Harbor Islands. And it also connects to the north part of Miami Beach, where you find another great neighborhood we're going to talk about in a bit. So Bay Harbor Island looks, if you look at it from the top, it looks like two inflated lungs sitting right on the intercoastal. The first one is populated with single family homes, and you'll find they're not all like big homes. You'll find big homes there, waterfront properties, but you also find regular, look like starter homes with the water in the back. You can have a boat, you have a pool overlooking the water, gorgeous views in this part of Miami. You can see all the boats driving on a weekend when the ocean gets really packed, so people just cruising and hanging out on the ocean. And on the intercoastal, people love to just cruise up and down the intercoastal if they have boats. This is the intercoastal. So basically you have the intercoastal here on the left, and you have the North Beach on the right. You have Surfside, which is a great suburb as well. Indian Creek Village is a private island in that only the rich and famous really live down there. It's one of the most expensive real estate in all of Miami. Huge waterfront homes, a private island with its own golf course. It's beautiful. It's the most expensive part of Miami, and look how small it is. It's very tiny. So Bay Harbor Island is in here. You gotta take this causeway into it, and it's beautiful. There's condos all around here with gorgeous views. You're close to the beach, but you're not on the beach. It's got a school, and there's shops, restaurants, bars like Independence, cafes, all throughout here. Single family homes, but most of it is gonna be condos. And so there's two islands. So this is a fantastic little spot to live. If you like to live like on an island, but literally a minute away, and you're either on the beach or you're back in the mainland. So a lot of people drive through here a lot, going to the beach or going back here to the North Miami area. But it does feel like a community, and there's, like I said, there's gorgeous condos to live here. Also on Bay Harbor Island, if you don't want to live in a condo, there's some gorgeous homes right on the water. This is an example of just a simple single family house. They're not huge homes. There's some big homes, but it's not like it's like Indian Creek where they're all huge real estate properties. So this is just a typical neighborhood here in Bay Harbor Island. Single family homes, not that much space between houses. In typical old Florida houses. So it's a very good neighborhood. If I go all the way to the end, you got modern homes. This looks like a brand new redone home. They probably tore down whatever was there and they built a brand new beautiful modern home with the water in the back, the ocean in the back. And these homes look like they're like entry level, like this one for example, single, but they get pretty expensive because of the location. It's a fantastic location, very safe. A lot of families live here, believe it or not, and you're close to the beach and you're not really on the beach. This is another home here in Bay Harbor Islands, a little larger lot, bigger home. So you have all types of homes. You have the big multi-million-dollar homes, and the other ones are still million-dollar homes, but they're not as big. So, but it's a very community-oriented neighborhood. And if you like to live on an island and not all the way in Key West or the Keys and Key Biscayne, you want to be closer to the north part of Miami, Bay Harbor Island is a fantastic location. If you are a family and you want that exclusivity, you want to be on the north side of Miami and want to be like on an island close to the beach, but not like on a condo living, there's some very nice homes here in Bay Harbor Island, but they're not many, and when they do go up for sale, they go fast. Unless it's like a fixer-upper, you will find properties there that are really old, outdated, where it's perfect for an investment or just for someone to live in. You buy it, you fix it up, make it brand new, and you have a beautiful home here in a great neighborhood. Our next suburb, Surfside, is a great little small community. If you like that small beach town, it's hard to find because Miami's a big city, but you have that vibe here in Surfside. It's a very friendly neighborhood, small town vibe, right on the beach. There's high-rise condos. There's also single family houses. There's a little downtown area with cool little boutique shops, a lot of independent restaurants, shops, bars. Surfside is a great place to raise a family because it's safe and there's good schools. If you want to live on the beach, let's say there's some families that just love living on the beach and you don't want to be in South Beach or in the middle of Miami Beach, this is a fantastic location. You're closer to like Aventura, Sunny Isles, which is a busy area. So you're on the north part of Miami. So if you're gonna work again in this area, it's fantastic. But if you're gonna work somewhere out far west or more south, then it's gonna be a hike because you're gonna get a lot of traffic getting in and out of this area. Just like Miami Shores and Bay Harbor Island, Surfside is a location where people live here and they work at least close by in this location. Surfside is a small beach town right here on the north part of Miami Beach. So if you like that type of living, and it's a very community-oriented neighborhood, very safe. A lot of families like to live here if they like to live on the beach. It's a great option. You're away from all the tourism in the South Beach or Miami Beach. So it's sort of away from that. They're always doing some kind of events or community stuff here in Surfside. A great beach here. Condo living if you like condos. There's some great homes if you like single family homes. And you just have great neighborhoods all around Surfside. You have Bal Harbour, which is one of the most high-end neighborhoods in all of Miami. There's Bal Harbour shops there. It's the most exclusive shopping in Miami as well. You have Bay Harbor Island, which we just discussed, Indian Creek. So you're nestled right on the beach between all these high-end luxury neighborhoods. And this area up here, there's a lot of condos and hotels. Here you have a park, all over Beach and Park. They have, I think, like a skating park here. There's a marina, pretty popular. All those activities. I know sometimes they have like a kite festival. There's, instead of food trucks, there's trucks selling kites, and there's kids and families just going out there flying kites. It's beautiful. There's a great atmosphere. This whole section, there's really no condos here. It's just the beach, parks, marina, all over here on this side, on the north side of Bar Harbor, which is north of Surfside. Number 4 is Coral Gables. Coral Gables is one of the most pristine and prettiest suburb. Actually, it's a city in all of Miami. It's just west of the city of Miami, and the nickname is called City Beautiful. They do a good job of maintaining it. It's so pretty. They have strict rules, and that's why they keep it so nice. But they're very reasonable rules, but just you gotta keep that in mind. For example, if you live in a house in Coral Gables, you cannot have a truck parked in your driveway. Things like that. Your landscaping has to be pretty much well maintained. If not, you may get fined. Your garbage, usually in all of Miami-Dade, we have like plastic roll-away garbage cans that you can take it out. They pick it up, you put it back in. And if you live in Coral Gables, you just need to put it in a garbage bag just outside your door, in like your backyard or somewhere. The garbage cans will go in like old school days and pick up your garbage, so people won't see all these garbage cans or garbage bags on the streets. Those are little things that keep Coral Gables so pleasant to the eye, and it's a pretty large neighborhood. You have the entry level, which is on the north side. You have Little Gables, close to Southwest 8th Street. A great neighborhood to raise a family. If you're wanting to start off, if you're starting a family and you want to have a starter home there, and that's the most affordable. And as you work down, the homes get a little more expensive, because Coral Gables is not in wide. It doesn't go. It goes from 42nd Avenue to 37th Avenue. And it goes straight down to the water, past US 1 into the Biscayne Bay. So it's pretty long if you look at it on the map, but it's not that wide. You have the University of Miami. You have a lot of great parks for the kids to go and play. Tons of parks, playgrounds. You have the Biltmore Hotel, which a lot of people do a staycation there. They have a fantastic pool. You can rent a cabana. It's beautiful. You have the golf course there. It's not private. You can become a member, but anybody can go and play. The Riviera golf course is private. You have Granada. It's a 9-hole golf course. You have a downtown area called Miracle Mile, where there's tons of restaurants, independent restaurants, shops, bars, cafes. And then north and south of that, there's streets with more restaurant shops and cafe and ice cream parlors. You'll see kids and families walking around during the weekend. Monday to Friday, it does get busy because there's a lot of work in this area, a lot of financial jobs. So you'll find a lot of office buildings in this location, people walking to lunch and back. There's a trolley that will take you around this area. There's a freebie, which is a golf cart that'll pick you up and drop you off anywhere if you live or work in this part of Coral Gables. High-rise condos, there's low-rise condos. It has a little bit of everything. So Coral Gables has a suburb feel and an urban feel. It all depends in what part of Coral Gables you live. So if you move down south, it starts having a more suburb feel. The homes are a little bigger, the lots get a little wider. There's waterfront properties and waterfront communities like Coco Plum, Gables by the Sea, Gables Estates. All these are on the south end. You have Deering Bay, which is a beautiful private community with its own golf course. High-rise condos, again, single-family homes, townhouses, all types of properties within Deering Bay. It's a little hidden gem on the south tip of Coral Gables, and there's fantastic schools all over the place. And the location's fabulous. So you're not that far away from everything, and you got Coconut Grove close by. So this is not the heart of the city of Miami, pretty much the heart of all of Miami. You don't have easy access to the expressways, not that far off, but there's a lot of streets that will take you there. And one little thing in Coral Gables, the roads are not by numbers, they're by names. So it's really hard. If you're not from there, they'll tell you an address and it's a name. So you use Google Maps nowadays, which is easier, but the addresses could be a little tricky. It's pretty charming if you like that 19th century Spanish architecture. Here on the north side, you have Little Gables. You have a Granada golf course right here, the Biltmore Hotel, one of the nicest hotels in Miami. And there's a golf course. That's where all the presidents, when they come play golf in Miami, you most likely will see them playing golf here. Riviera Golf Course is a private golf course in a little south. Downtown, which is Miracle Mile, is right here where it says Coral Gables Museum. All this a little shaded here It's just tons of restaurants, shops, bars, very walkable, so you can live around this area and walk to the downtown Miracle Mile area. And you can work here as well because there's a lot of financial jobs in this location. Ponce de Leon is an avenue that goes north and south, and then it curves into the University of Miami, which is located down here on the south part, like sort of in the south middle of Coral Gables. Now, south of US 1, the homes in Coral Gables get a little bigger, a little more lot size, a little space between homes, and then it goes all the way into the water. You have Coco Plum, Gables Estates, Old Color, Gables by the Sea. You have a beautiful private community called Deering Bay right here, located at the tip of Coral Gables. And then here you have the Fairchild Tropical Botanical Gardens, tons of acres with beautiful gardens, and artists come here and display their art. You have Matheson Hammocks Park and Marina, which has a lagoon and a beach here that you can take your kiddos and spend the whole day. There's a lifeguard. It's very safe. There's a restaurant there. There's a marina. So there's a lot to do in Coral Gables. That's why I feel the lifestyle is either urban or suburban, whatever your lifestyle is, it can fit in Coral Gables. And it's very versatile. Now, not only families, there's a lot of young professionals living here, also some students, so a mix of everything. But again, great schools. There's a lot of parks for the kids, all type of housing, single families, high-rise condos, low-rise condos, and a mix of young professionals, UM students, families, and it's a very safe neighborhood. They have their own police department, so it's its own city. So it's a city outside of the city of Miami, still considered within the Miami metropolitan area. Suburb number 3 is Key Biscayne. If you're looking for that island-style living, laid back, but not go all the way to the Florida Keys, you want to be close to the city of Miami because maybe you're working there, then Key Biscayne will be a fantastic place to live. Now, it's a little higher end than all of Miami. It's not private. Anybody can live there. Anybody can come and go to the beaches. It's part of Miami-Dade County, but it's a great community if you want to be away from the city of Miami and you don't mind driving over the beautiful causeway, going in and out. It's easy access. It's not really a pain. There's really not hectic traffic going in and out unless there's a huge event. You have single family waterfront homes on the west side, and then on the east side you have your high-rise condos, gorgeous views. You have beaches, private beaches. You can have a condo with your own beach, private beach in the back. You have Crandon Park, which is the public beach, great for families. Lighthouse, another small little beach at the tip of Key Biscayne, with a little restaurant there at the bottom, and a few little restaurants hidden in near that area. There's a little downtown strip right in the middle of Key Biscayne. So Key Biscayne has a little bit of everything. It's fantastic schools, but Key Biscayne is a fantastic location if you can afford it. Key Biscayne is located just on an island south of downtown Miami. You take the causeway from Brickell and Coconut Grove all the way into Key Biscayne, and it's just beautiful living down here. It's a little higher end than living inland, but you have that laid back island style living. You have the Miami Aquarium, you have Crandon Golf if you like golf, one of the best golf courses in Miami. Public golf courses, I love going there because you're right on the water. It is gorgeous, very well kept. There's tennis courts. You have Crandon Park, which is just tons of acres of beach, and so this gets very busy on long weekends. People come here, families. A very family-oriented beach. It's a great alternative if you don't want to go to Miami Beach. Crandon Park. Another beach people go to is the Lighthouse, all the way down to the tip. It's a beautiful and smaller hidden gem here if you like going to the beach and you want to feel like you're not so populated like Miami Beach or even Crandon Park. You can come here, and it's a great little spot. There's a little restaurant, cafe that you can have lunch and some drinks, but it's a little getaway. There's also a little hideaway called here Boulder's Grill, and it's a little house right there on this lagoon, overlooking this lagoon, and great food, seafood if you like seafood. And so not many people know about it. And if you come all the way here, there's the Clean Miami, which is an outdoor bar. So there's like little hidden things that even if you don't live in Key Biscayne, you may know about it, but if you live here, you definitely will find out and have all these right at your fingertips if you live. On the west side, you're gonna find your single family homes, your marina, your yacht club, the waterfront properties, and on the east you're gonna find all these. You have the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, but you have all this filled with condos, and the beach is gonna be on the east side. You have the boulevard that goes through the middle with all these restaurants and shops. So Key Biscayne is a great option for families. A lot of families live here and a lot of retirees also as well. So it's a mix of everything. And number 2 on the list is Pinecrest. Pinecrest is one of my favorite neighborhoods. It's filled with beautiful, huge single-family homes within tree-lined streets, old banyan, oak trees, and palm trees everywhere. So there's a lot of shade. Your kids could run outside and play and ride bicycle all over the neighborhood. I see people walking at nighttime. It's not that lit at nighttime, but it's a very safe neighborhood. You have the Biscayne Bay and Old Color Road on the east. You have some marinas close by. You have Matheson Hammocks Marina, and it has a lagoon style beach with a lifeguard and a restaurant nearby. Great to take your family. Your kids could swim, and they're safe because it's not an open ocean. The water goes into that lagoon and it forms a nice little beach. There's a marina there as well. There's tons of parks in Pinecrest. Had my daughter's first birthday, my youngest daughter's there in Evelyn Greer Park. It was a beautiful afternoon, but it's dark. I remember that like it was yesterday, that morning, setting up, it was dark and gloomy, and it looked like the birthday was gonna be canceled. And all of a sudden at 3 o'clock, the sun came out, people started showing up, and we were blessed to have a beautiful birthday for her first birthday. I love this area, Pinecrest. I live nearby in a neighborhood called Kendall, which is right west of it. Similar homes, more affordable, and it's close to a lot of great expressways going in and out, easy access, all single family homes. So Pinecrest has also amazing schools, tons of parks. There's some golf courses nearby. There's Palmetto Golf Course, Killian's Greens is another golf course. Briar Bay is a 9-hole. You got the Falls Shopping Center on the south side, which is an outdoor mall with water running right through it. I love going there with my family. My kids love going there because there's this place called Churro Mania. And churros are long fried dough like elephant ear with cinnamon sugar, and they dip it in dulce de leche, chocolate, Nutella, all that stuff, and they can't get enough. They absolutely love it. There's a movie theater, so it's a very laid-back mall, outdoor, beautiful. You're also close to Dayland Mall, the most popular mall in all of Miami. All your brand name stores are there, your Macy's, and there's a new area that they developed inside Dayland that it's more modern. That has a lot of restaurants. They opened up a brand new Apple store there. So there's a lot happening in that part. There's a little downtown Dayland with condo living and a little Main Street as well. But Pinecrest itself is all single family homes, parks, and great schools. It's not walkable because there's no main streets. So if you're looking for walkability, maybe Pinecrest is not it. But if you like to live in a nice home, you can afford it, and you like to be close, not right in the middle of everything, but not far from Miami, Pinecrest is a great option. It has that suburb feel to it. This whole area that you see shaded, it's like 95% single family homes, beautiful homes, not an entry level neighborhood. The homes here, you can get in, in the low millions, but they can go all the way to the multi-millions. You're close to Dayland Mall, which is one of the best and most popular malls in all of Miami. Right here in Dayland, all this area is Dayland Mall. And then down US 1, all this is filled with your restaurants, bars, shops. There's car dealers, very busy. There's bakeries, Cuban bakeries. You're gonna see Cuban bakeries all over Miami. Sunnyland Park, you have parks all over the place. Evelyn Greer Park. So it's a neighborhood where you have that suburb feel. Unlike Coral Gables, which is bigger and has a mix of both, you have Pinecrest Gardens right here on the right, which is another botanical garden, a little smaller. They used to have Parrot Jungle here, not anymore. Now they have a Pinecrest Gardens, in which they do some concerts, they do events, or you can just walk around, enjoy the gardens. Okay, this is a street here in Pinecrest. Just like any other streets, most of them are gonna be like this. Beautiful, with nice, pretty signs all over. Actually, this will look like a for sale sign. So you see the streets, how beautiful they are, which is in tree lined all over the place. Like it looks like you're driving through a tunnel. And there's palm trees. You're gonna find palm trees all over Miami, but it's not only palm trees. Here we have all kind of trees. old mature Florida trees. Look at the houses. That one is nice and it's very different from this one. So not all the houses are the same. Coral Gables, you're gonna find more of a similarity between houses. In Pinecrest, you'll find this type of housing and you'll find the one that we just saw. So it's a little different. This is an example of a house here in Pinecrest. As you can see, it's completely different from this house right across the street. See, the homes here are completely different from each other, as you can see. And it just gives you an idea of the type of neighborhood where there's a lot of trees, but there's beautiful homes all over this neighborhood. And our suburb number 1 to raise a family with kids is Palmetto Bay. Palmetto Bay is another beautiful neighborhood just bordering on the south side of Pinecrest. It has almost the same shape, same type of beautiful homes, not as big, although you can find some very large homes, multi-million-dollar homes in Palmetto Bay. It has the east side, you have Biscayne Bay, you have Old Color, tons of great parks, and also the same great schools as Pinecrest. So Palmetto Bay is one of the best neighborhoods to live in. A very safe neighborhood in all of Miami. It has a suburb feel as well. Most of it is single family homes. And you're close to US 1, which takes you north and south everywhere. And everything you need is on that street. Again, it's also close to the Falls Shopping Center. And so these two, some people may think Pinecrest is better. It all depends. And the only difference that I can tell you is that Palmetto Bay is more affordable than Pinecrest in general. And so if you're moving down here and you're looking for that suburb feel, this type of housing, living within trees, close to the Biscayne Bay area, close to marinas, maybe you have a boat, close to all the shopping, these two neighborhoods are one to consider. Kendall's another good one, bordering Pinecrest and Palmetto Bay, and that is a little more affordable if you can't get into any of these neighborhoods. Now, Palmetto Bay is a fantastic neighborhood. You have tons of parks. You have Coral Reef Park, Palmetto Bay Park. You have Deer in the State, which is an old estate, and now they use it for, it's a museum, but they do festivals and events. Sometimes they do movie nights for the kids. And the neighborhoods are very similar, where there's trees all over the place. Driving down the street, you see the trees over the street, tree lining the whole boulevard. And there's waterways running through it, not as much as Pinecrest, but you have this waterway right here, this one going into Coral Reef Park. You're still close to the marina, which is Matheson Hammocks Marina, which is up here, and you're close to Black Point Marina, which is down on the south, closer by Color Bay. So it's also a great location, fantastic schools within Palmetto Bay, and then you have the option right here in Pinecrest. You have Palmetto High School and Palmetto Elementary, Palmetto Middle School around this area. There we go, Palmetto Middle School, Elementary. So just like Pinecrest, a lot of people move into Palmetto Bay. One, because you have great single family homes with huge lots, a little more affordable than Pinecrest, and amazing schools, one of the best in all of the district. And if you don't need to travel a lot for work up north, you could stay in this area, then it's a fantastic choice because you have great malls. You have the Falls, not far from Dayland, US 1. You have everything you need. And you're not really far if you want to go out to the city of Miami and go to Coral Gables or Coconut Grove and have a date night. And for your kids, this is a very safe neighborhood where they can go out and play. And Coral Reef Park is a fantastic park where there's soccer, baseball, and there's playground. There's a huge park with there's gazebos. You can have birthday parties there. So there's always stuff going on. There's events in Coral Reef Park. Westminster Christian is a fantastic high school in Palmetto Bay. Palmetto Bay is one of the best neighborhoods to raise a family here in Miami, Florida. Surrounding Palmetto Bay and Pinecrest, you have a neighborhood called Kendall, which is another location that is a little more affordable in Palmetto Bay and more affordable than Pinecrest. That the homes there are also beautiful single family homes with schools inside this area, close to the falls again. You got some waterways going through it. You're a little more central. You start getting more far west, but you're not that far west, and you're close to the Turnpike, 874, which takes you to Palmetto, which is 826, shoots north, close to US 1. So you're in this little pocket right here, and that is all residential. Actually, both my daughters go to a school in here, Somerset Academy Prep, fantastic charter school. So you have in this location a lot of families raising their children because of the schools, the safety of the neighborhoods, the location where it is not far from all the activities, and within the neighborhood you feel like your community, and there's a lot of parks in this part of Miami. All right, so there you have it. Now you're better informed on all these neighborhoods. If you're a family with kids, these are not the only neighborhoods that are good for families. I just gave you the top ones here in Miami that was listed on niche.com, but there are many more and that are probably good for you and your family. And so the number one factor when choosing your neighborhood is your lifestyle. So in this video was more about families, but there are many other factors, like maybe you're a family that likes to be on the beach a lot or go outdoors, or you like the urban lifestyle, or maybe you just like to stay at home. Whatever the case may be, it all depends on your lifestyle. So the only way we can help you out in choosing the perfect neighborhood for you and your family is if you reach out to us, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. However you want to get a hold of us, days, nights, and weekends, we got your back when making that smooth move to Miami, Florida. And until next time, hasta luego.